Have you ever had trouble getting things done? Are you not as productive as you want to be? Is stress getting to you in ways you didn't even think possible? Well, I have a solution. In 2001, David Allen, a respected guru of an author, published Getting Things Done: The Art of Stress-Free Productivity. In the book, Allen discusses how to be more productive and get things done, how to relieve stress, and how to be more organized in mastering workflow. The values and lessons in this book can help anyone with the same problem. All right, so this is day one, week one of the self-help project. And what I'm going to do is each week I'm going to tell you what I read. And then the next week I will go back and tell you how it went. So after reading the first chapter of the book, probably the longest chapter, it's like basically an introduction. And he just talks about identifying your problems and saying that there are solutions to all the problems that you have, whether it be your business life or your personal life. So he says to prepare your mind and find solutions to these problems. The first part is opening your mind, which is like you have to do that. That's the first step in this whole process. You need to relax and clear your mind, because he says that the more you relax, the more power you generate. So it's like if you have all these thoughts in your head, you're gonna get everything's gonna get convoluted, and it's gonna get really confusing. So you have to relax your mind, and then your mind will be able to think more clearly. It is possible to have complete focus all the time. He says many people don't think that, but if you have the right mindset, you can focus on anything at all times. Don't try too hard. Don't overreact or underreact to anything. Just make sure you have a, you're not too excited about things. I mean, get excited about things, but don't be too overexcited, or don't think any less of things. Some things have a tendency to solve themselves, so if you think too much about things, it's a lot of the times it's really unnecessary. When you think of the goals in your life, you have to capture all you want to accomplish and discipline yourself to make these decisions. Sort of like a Jedi. It's a pretty good comparison. He says to get rid of open loops in your head, and open loops are things that people commit to which remain undone, and they just linger in your head, and they just drag on your mind. And this chapter is really long, so there's a lot of things in it, but these are just little things to start it off. Your mind, he says, is like RAM, like a random access memory. And basically he says it's a focusing tool and not a storage device. You can't just load up your RAM, because you have to go through and take away every now and again. And yeah, that's about it. Just come up with your goals, and he says he has more tools for later on how to solve these problems. So I'll see you next week. Alright, so this is week 2 of my self-help project. All week I focused on clearing my mind, as I said last week, relaxing, and I defined all my goals, and I did more a lot than I did thinking about certain things. I actually acted on a lot of them. And honestly, since my mind is normally it's extremely busy and filled with ideas, I'm always thinking. Clearing my mind and relaxing actually really helped me focus better, and it made me more awake. And this really relieves some of my stress, which I needed to do, which is the first step before organizing everything and getting things done. Um, for the next week, I'm going to be focusing on horizontal focus, which is basically mastering your workflow. So it's like everything in your life, um, and getting control of that. I chose this because I struggle with this probably the most. It's just getting everything under control. There are 5 steps to mastering workflow. There's collect, process, organize, review, and do. Alright, so this may look a little bit convoluted, but this is my mastering workflow. I have different piles like things in progress, things I need to review more, things I need to get done soon, and there is my recycling bin where I get rid of things. And when I did the workflow process, I organized it, and I can keep reviewing and doing until all of it's gone. But there is more coming in, and I keep going with that, and it's actually a very successful process. Alright, so this is week 3. All week I implemented the 5-step process by mastering all workflow. I collected all the info, processed it, organized everything, reviewed daily, and did everything I need to. It did help solve many of the workflow problems I was having, but honestly, there are still a lot of open loops in my head. I feel like this method can definitely help with my business life, but it doesn't really help with my personal life all that much. This week, I'm going to go more into the processing aspect, which is the workflow chart. Alright, so this is the process section. Basically, I'm just going to go over this real quick. This is the workflow chart, and you get, after you're collecting, you get stuff, and that goes in the in basket, and you have to ask yourself, what is it? Is it actionable? And if that's a no, you either trash it, put it in the someday maybe pile, or put in the reference, and this reference will be whenever you need it. If the answer was yes, you ask, what's the next action? If the next action is a project, then you make project plans, and you keep doing that, and that you sort of put to the side because that's like a review sort of thing. And then you can ask yourself, will it take less than 2 minutes? If that's yes, you do it now. You do it as fast as you can. And that gets rid of a lot of the minute things. If the answer is no, you can either delegate it or defer it. If you delegate it, you put it on the waiting list, and this is when you need to wait for someone else to do it, such as waiting for an email or a response or something. If it's deferred, you can put it on the calendar for a specific time, or you can make the next actions for that process. So if you just follow this workflow chart, that's a great way of processing your things, and it will become very much more organized in getting things done. Alright, so this is my week 4 check-in. Last week I did the workflow chart, and that helped a lot. I mean, I organized my stuff so much better, and now I'm processing all of my thoughts much better. I didn't even think it would work that much, but it actually really did. So for the last week, I'm going to do everything that I've already done: the mastering the workflow chart, and clearing my mind. And I'm gonna see how that goes. So far, it's going great. I mean, certain things with my personal life, I'm still not getting control over. But I guess that's just me. I guess that's a personal problem. But it's working, and in the conclusion, I'll say how the last week went and how the whole project. Alright, so this is the conclusion of the experiment. After all the weeks, it went really well overall. I feel a lot better about getting my work done. I feel a lot less stressed. I feel like I'm getting things done easier. I feel much more organized. Nice. This book right here. It was pretty fun to some degree. I'm definitely gonna keep doing it in the future, just especially during college, because it's gonna be really hard in college to make sure I'm organized and stuff. So it's definitely an effective method, and I recommend it. And hopefully it'll help me in the future. And yeah, thanks for watching.